I read this news last night, but I didn't have time to upload a video. There is this article about how Obama is forcing Christians to go against their religion or some crap. The best you could say here is that Obama's forcing corporations to go against their belief. And outright, the Obama administration has said, rights belong to people, not corporations. What a novel idea, right? That rights belong to actual flesh and blood people, and not the corporate entities of which represent them and their beliefs. So, yeah, corporations do have to cover birth control in their insurance plans and things like that, and the Obama administration plans to enforce this. I think this is a good thing. Now, it has nothing to do with the birth control issue or the abortion issue or anything like that. The proof is corporations seem to have more rights than people, and that's a problem. That's what people should be concerned about, whether or not you consider yourself moderate right or outright leftist. So, that's really all I have to say about that. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I like knowing that even if just a little bit, the government's starting to see that corporations are not going to stop. They're going to walk all over people, and it's up to the government to protect the people. I mean, the people shouldn't have to rely on the government, but the people are lazy and stupid. So, when the people are lazy and stupid, all you have left is the government. If you have a problem with the government, then it's about time you started being the revolutionary. I don't necessarily believe in top-down revolutions, but what else do you expect to happen? Especially in a country like America. So, I'm actually very proud of the Obama administration for doing this. And, I hope in the future they see it with moderators and the internet as a whole, and then they regulate the shit out of that too, and get Facebook and Google and all them assholes out of the picture. Because there is no reason for this shit. The government has the right to tax and regulate. That's their job. Even the most hard rightists will admit that. So, why can't they do that? Why are you always stopping them from doing their job? You can argue semantics of maybe this tax and this regulation is counterproductive in the long run, but it seems like the right wing doesn't want the government to do what the government does, unless it involves the common man. They wouldn't mind a law that imposes birth control rights on an individual, but somehow if it imposes rights on a corporation, they got a problem with it. They got a problem with corporations having to do their part, having to ascribe by certain rules and regulations, having to cooperate within society if they want the benefits of society. Why are they more concerned about how a corporation feels than the workers, than the people, etc.? So, it's not like these corporations are going to lose a bunch of money. They're still going to be filthy fucking rich. They're still going to cover insurance. The only difference is birth control will be in that, healthcare coverage. And that's it. But that's all it really is. It's not that big of a deal. That's how ultra-right America is, where even the smallest thing makes them chimp the fuck out. And, you have to recognize these things. You have to see these things to see what you're dealing with. You are dealing with a very ridiculous, very ultra-right, reactionary institution. And even the most moderate of leftists is going to have a very hard time. And if you ask me, I think being on the moderate left is even worse, because you're compromising. You're basically telling the right wing that they're right, and that, you have to try to persuade them that somehow their insanity is valid. And that's the wrong way to go about anything. So that's why I agree with Nietzsche when he said that the only way to battle radical ideas is with even more radical ideas. You have to be just as fucking crazy, just as fucking dedicated, and just as ruthless as your enemy if you want to get shit done. That's the way it is. But you have to know where you stand. You have to know your principles. You have to stick by those principles. That's how you win. That's how you make things better. And I think, even if only a little bit, Obama and his administration has that. And I'm very proud of them for that. That's all I have to say.